I don't know what your role is, but you're with Pengy, PengyOS, or I think Pengy Operating System, I would assume that stands for, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, Crypto Danks, thanks for having us on today. My name's Fauci's Beagles, and I'm basically the project manager at this point for PengyOS. We're a team of volunteer contributors that are just love this product that we're working on. There was no allocations withheld for anybody. Anybody that owns PengyOS, our team is composed of volunteer contributors that are building this project out of passion because it's a tool that we ourselves really want to build for our own use. You know, we spend a lot of time in crypto and Web3, and right now it's pretty convoluted trying to navigate the space. There's a lot of flipping back and forth between different apps, your browser, you have Telegram open and Discord and you name it. You're just constantly all over the place. So, you know, we came up with this idea here. It's called PengyOS, and essentially we've created a utility hub built on top of Solana.
Very cool. I like that. You know, I've really, and I'm trying to figure out this thing again. I don't know why it's taken away this. I hope this is sharing. If not, whoever's here is here. It's really cool to have you because when I first found this and what you're doing, it was very unique to me. You know, personally, I had never seen anything like that. And what you've been building and what you're working on and the entire thing is just really cool. It's almost nostalgic. Like when I'm on your site, it feels good. You know what I mean? Like it flows. The apps that you have on there are useful. You know what I mean? It's fun as well. So I think it's really cool what you guys have put together, and it's for me, it's exciting to see you guys grow. Like I told you before, I got in at 100K market cap. You know, I bought the dip or whatever it was, and I've been kind of putting in here and there. But you guys really came up with an interesting concept. I mean, what sparked this, if you will? Like, why? Where did this come from?
Yeah, sure, man. So we have kind of a very interesting origin story, and this is one of the things that, like, honestly, I'm in love with the project so early and kind of hit it full steam from when it was at absolute nothing. So the creator of this website is on our team. It's our web developer. His name is Mad Hauke. Originally, he was commissioned to make this website for a project back in 2023 that launched on the Ethereum blockchain. And as a story that all of us have ran into too many times now, unfortunately, the founder of that project ended up rugging his community, sold all of the allocation of tokens he reserved, never ended up paying Mad for his work creating the website. And some time went by. Mad saw the all of the pop in volume and that was happening on Solana, and that it was trending, and he decided he wanted to take another crack at this thing, but this time do it the right way and not have a big allocation of coins that are this guillotine sitting above the community's head. So he ended up relaunching the website, and he created the token on pump.fun. I know there's a lot of you guys in here that are familiar with pump.fun. We actually have it integrated into our platform here, so I'll pull it up for anybody that isn't familiar with it.
Yeah,
But
so
it's
this is to
essentially
me, I was asking about it. I'd never seen this before, so I'm not familiar at all with this.
Gotcha. So this is a no code required fair launch launchpad for building a token on Solana. So as you see, like, these are all like tokens that people created and have zero blockchain experience at all. It's literally as simple as you click that start a coin, put a name, put a ticker, description, and an image. And there's a couple more options. You can
No
add like a
way.
website link, a Telegram link, a Twitter, create coin, and for literally a sliver of a Solana, now you have a coin. Now, here's the thing with pump.fun. I'm going to pull up one of these charts here. Let's look at the king of the hill here. Hopefully it's not something too crass. There's some crazy stuff on here. But long story short, these coins aren't technically, like, if you buy them, you get the tokens in your wallet. It's a coin, but it's not a coin that's deployed on like the live network and open market at that point. It requires reaching a certain market cap. You can see there's this bonding curve progress, and then with a note right under it says, when the market cap reaches 71,000, all the liquidity from the bonding curve will be deposited into Radium and burned. And what that means is once this coin that currently has a $37,000 market cap goes up to 72,000, all of this liquidity gets deposited into Radium, the LP tokens get burned automatically, and the liquidity is locked forever. And at that point, the coin launches live on Solana, and it starts showing up on all the like Dextools, live new pairs and stuff like that. It'll show up there at that point.
Wow. So what happens with say I invested into this right now and the curve is filled and you guys launch in Radium and all that? I just get my tokens at the market cap that I bought, or am I contributing to the liquidity, or how does all of that work?
Yep. So if you, like, let's say you bought right now, you see there's one SOL, and it tells me if I spent one SOL, it'd give me, what is this, 4 million tokens?
Yeah.
And just all pump coins have a 1 billion token supply. So I know that that's nearly 0.5%. It's 0.4% for one SOL buying it at 42K market cap. Now, if you put one SOL down here at like 5K market cap or 10K, I mean, you do the math, you get a couple percent of coins.
Yeah.
And really, so the benefit of using pump.fun is, number one, there's no possibility for the creator of the coin to have any hidden functions such as like mint or blacklisting wallets or anything like that, which is a huge risk aping into like a brand new coin that's not renounced contract yet.
Right.
The other benefit is, like I said, it automatically creates the LP pool once it reaches a certain market cap and burns the LP tokens and locks the liquidity forever. So that's, once it does hit Radium and go live, you don't ever have to worry about the liquidity being, touched or modified or anything. It's there for longer than any of us will be on this earth.
Wow. Okay. Are there any?
And then here.
Well, go ahead. Yeah. I was going to say, I think it's really cool with the chat box and showing the holders distribution. What is the top one there?
So this is the bonding curve. This would be the equivalent of like when you go to SolScan and you're looking at a coin contract and it shows the top holders, and like the top one will say like Radium with 12% or something, and that's the actual liquidity pool for the token. It's same thing here.
I see.
And then it always labels the dev wallet. It'll always be marked dev, so that's the person that launched the coin, and you can pretty clearly see, if the dev's not in this top 20 list, then they've dumped their coins. That's not always a bad thing. A lot of the times the dev will, with their first buy, will be super greedy and get like 30% of the supply or some crazy number, and people won't buy it until they dump, and then they're like, cool, community takeover on this brand new idea.
Right. This is such a cool idea.
If you're early, so these things always launch at like a 5-6K market cap, depending on how big of a buy the dev makes. But if you're early, the only real risk that you have is the people that bought before you selling their coins like at a slight profit and making you take like a slight loss. If you're early enough at these things, when it launches at 5K market cap and you're buying at 6,500 or something, it's really not possible to lose more than like 15% of your money if every single person that bought before you dumps. It's just like anything else. It's about being early, but there's 10 of these things launching a second, right? So it's like you either have to have some kind of parameters or alpha or something. So in my case, I actually saw Pengy launch on here because I was using this platform. And, I pulled it up and I saw it had the website on there. I could show you. There's obviously some scams that have launched, just like anything else, trying to copy us. But here's our real one. So yeah, so this thing, it launched and, it had a cool name and it had the Twitter and the Telegram set up. And then I clicked the website and it takes me to this website. I'm like, whoa, like, what is this thing? This is insane, right? So I messed around with it a little bit and then I pop in, I'm like reading some of the comments and pop into the Telegram. And long story short, the Mad Hauke guy I was telling you about started getting attacked because some people had seen that website last year with the ETH project. And they're like, oh, this guy's just, copying someone else's idea. Well, he was actually able to prove the fact of the story I told you about not getting paid and the dev rugging the community, not only through screenshots of like the conversations that he had in the community and, directly with the guy that commissioned him, but he actually still had control of the ETH project website and redirected all the details on it to point towards our Solana project. So at that point, between it being so cool and this guy having like that kind of story, I was like, this guy needs to have like a cool like redemption story, man. Like this is something I can work with. I'm going to jump in here, see if this guy's interested in having me help him organize, and let's see how far we can take this thing. So I got into this at a 10K market cap when it was still here on pump.fun before it even launched and hit the, the bonding curve. And I've kind of been with the project ever since then. So it's a little bit about the background of how this, formed and how I got involved with it. Just a little bit of background about myself. I've been in crypto since 2015. I bought my first Bitcoin originally to purchase an online class that offered a 50% discount if you paid in Bitcoin. So I went through the whole process and actually sent some money through Western Union to a guy clear across the world in Russia that I'd never spoken to. And 10 minutes later, I had some Bitcoin sitting in my bread wallet at the time. That's what I was using. And that whole process really intrigued me, and I never ended up taking the class. I paid for it, never ended up taking it. And, crypto's kind of consumed my life and been my passion. And I've worked in and out of the industry since then. I've been doing it a little while. I love it. My whole family knows it's my thing. My kids have grown up with it in their lives. So it's a pretty big part of my life here. That being said, I have Arrow, my basically our CTO, that's listening here as well. And one more person that couldn't make it today, his name is Dab Goblin. He's helping me out on just the complete organizational side, helping on with every single thing, I could ever possibly ask of him, from marketing and filtering incoming requests of projects wanting to, get integrated to our platform. But the four of us make up like the core contributors, and then we have a team of about 10 to 15 moderators at any given time that are also helping with everything from, creating copy for social media to, spreading the word on new platforms like Reddit and TikTok, reaching out to, real influencers that aren't out there seeking payment, but cover cool projects. You know what I mean? Real people that cover real projects. And it can be a little tough to get their attention sometimes, but, once you do, like Crypto Danks, for example, I think we've already had a pretty awesome relationship that we've grown here in just a short amount of time, and I've really had great pleasure getting to know your community so far and spending time here in your Discord for the last week or so. It's been amazing.
Yeah, it's been cool to see you jump in, and that's one thing I really like is when people come into this community, and it's also being, I'm sure, very busy, partaking and getting to know the people here, and also that helps, the networking, building the community, with what you're doing, coming and joining us and getting to know. We have such a good community here, man. We are so fortunate, and the way that it's been structured and built and maintaining the integrity of this place has like been my number one priority, and we've ended up with just amazing people, and having you come around, and if we've had devs in the past come around and stuff, but you've definitely been much more active for a longer period of time, and it's cool to see, and it helps make people understand, like, hey, this doesn't appear to be a scam. If it is, you guys are putting a lot of work into it, especially now after the backstory and hearing that.
Well,
Probably.
I could tell you for me, like I said, I've been in this space for a while, and like I instantly can recognize within a second when there's like a real community that's being built up. And I mean, obviously you may not have the millions of subscribers, but like it's very clear to me that the impact you have over the people that have discovered you and follow you is huge, because you're spending the time going out there and finding the gems, and not going and knocking on, at least from what I can tell, you never came to us and said, hey, you guys have a really cool project I want to cover. I'm really interested in it, but I'm only going to do it if you pay me, $300 or $500 of Solana. You found us, and you made a great video, and that's rare, man. It's rare. I truly appreciate finding someone real like yourself that takes the time to basically share their experience with others in like a true and genuine way. So that's what really motivated me to pop in here and see what's going on. And you've built a community around that totally just matches everything with that. I've only had good interactions in the last week that I've spent time here.
That's awesome to hear, man. Really, I appreciate that. You don't know how much that means to me. With just, this community alone, we've been through a lot. We've seen a lot of gains. We've seen a lot of crazy shit. Been through a lot, especially ones that have been with me from the beginning. We've been through a lot. I don't know how to explain it. We've made a lot of money. We've gotten rug pulls, but we're a family at the end of the day. And also, like, what I try to bring to the table, and I think what people resonate with, is just I bring the reality of crypto out. Like, my motto is crypto truth unveiled, right? So I would be doing a disservice if I'm just a moon boy for everything all the time. Like, even in like the videos that I'm bullish on, I'll say, but be careful. This wallet, it has X 30% tokens. It's a utility coin, but it's not a staking wallet. It's just either a team. I have to bring out the negatives to show you guys, because I want everyone to have all the information, not just the good stuff, because the good stuff is easy to find, but you got to go and dig in the dirt to find the shit. And I want a lot of people, they want that information, and unfortunately it's not always the easiest thing to do. People are busy, they don't want to spend the time, or they don't even know where to look or where to start. Well, I have all the tools, I have all the access, I have all the experience. Why not just help those out that want to see something online, or in my community, or on YouTube or Twitter or whatever? My goal is just to keep it real, man. That's all I do, is try to keep it fucking real, be myself, be cool, and the rest will follow. Because at the end of the day, none of this was ever supposed to happen. I started this because I got kicked out of a server, and I was pissed, and I was like, you know what, fine, I'll just do my own thing. I started doing TA, and people started coming and I started finding gems and one thing led to another. I mean, I started this community in October.